In this video, I will teach you a simple formula to combine the data from multiple tabs into one single tab. The first formula will combine the data without sheet name. The second formula will combine the data along with the name of the sheet. The first thing, I will click on A1 cell and simply type reduce function. Open parenthesis. For the initial value, I will click any of the monthly sheet and I will assign the header row. Hit comma. And for the array or range, I will click sheet name. And instead of assigning the hard-coded range, I will write a dynamic formula. To column, open parenthesis. What is the range? In this case, I will click on A2 and I will drag my mouse down and simply remove the end reference. Hit comma. For the ignore parameter, if I extend the helper text of formula, I can see 3 is ignore blank and error. I will simply type 3, close parenthesis, hit comma, and now Alt Enter. Click on Combine tab again, and now we need to develop further part of the formula. I will type lambda, open parenthesis. For the lambda, I need to define two parameters, one for the header and one for the sheet range. In this case, I will assign A for my header and B for my sheet name. Hit comma. Since we are going to append the data, so I will write a very simple VSTACK function. Open parenthesis. What is the range 1? Range 1 is actually my header and the formula will loop and they will combine the data from all of the tab. So I will simply define A. For the range 2, I will type indirect function. Open parenthesis. What are the cell reference? In this case, I will simply type B, which are my sheet name. And %, quotation mark, exclamation mark, and I will simply type A2 colon F, quotation mark again. I want to combine the data in all of the sheet from the range A2 till column F. Close parenthesis for indirect function, VSTACK function, lambda, and reduce function. Now if I simply hit enter, this formula combines the data from all of the tab. But the problem in this formula, we have a blank rows in between. If I click here and simply type control down arrow key, this is my February data, control down arrow key, again this is my March data. Now we need to modify this formula to exclude these blank row. So for this I will define let function. I will click on my formula bar, Alt Enter to add a new line, click on the top and simply define let, open parenthesis. For the name, in this case I will define X, hit comma. And for the value expression 1, I will assign this whole formula result. On the very end, click and type comma and simply type Alt Enter. Now we are going to filter our data based on column 1. You can filter the data based on any of the column. So first I need to define F, which is actually identification for filter. You can define with any name, hit comma. And now I will type a very simple filter function, open parenthesis. What is the range you want to filter? In this case, I will assign X. Since X is my whole formula result, hit comma. And which range you want to filter? I want to filter based on column 1, so I will use choose column, double click. What is the array? In this case, I will assign the same X. And which column you want to filter? I want to filter based on first column. Close parenthesis for choose column and simply type not equal to empty. Now close parenthesis for filter function, hit comma and simply type Alt Enter again and type F. Close parenthesis for let function and simply hit enter. Now if I scroll down, this is my January, this is my February data and this is my March data. Now we are going to test this formula. I will right click on March tab and simply duplicate this one. Let's say I'm going to rename with April. For now, I will remove each and everything. I will go to my Excel sheet and simply copy April data, click on my Google Sheet again and right click on A2 cell, paste as the value only. Now if I go to sheet name and I will define exactly the same April here and go to combine data sheet, scroll a little bit to the bottom side. My April data is also present here. Now we need to update this formula to include the name of the sheet as well. For now, I will copy this whole formula, hit Ctrl C. I will click on combine sheet name, double click on A1, Ctrl V to paste first. Now we need to modify this formula a little bit here. After the initial value, if I simply type VSTACK function actually combines the two range horizontally. In this case, I will assign B here, which actually means the name of the sheet, hit comma, and the other indirect result will show to me. For now, I will close parenthesis for my VSTACK function and simply hit enter. Now you can see we get each and every tab name, but we get only 4 rows. Now I will simply click on my active cell formula and I will type here if NA, open parenthesis. What is the value? This whole formula result is my value. Click here, hit comma. If error, I want the value of my sheet name, close parenthesis and simply hit enter. And this is how we include the name of the sheet. But look at the header, they are going to mismatch. So we need to further modify a little bit this formula. I will click here and simply apply VSTACK function again, open parenthesis. For the first column, these are my sheet names. So I will simply type quotation mark sheet name, quotation mark again, hit comma. And I will close parenthesis after F1 and simply hit enter. This is how we can develop a single cell dynamic formula to include the name of the sheet. Now if I scroll a little bit to the bottom side, look at here. I have seen a blank row again here. If I simply hit Ctrl down arrow key, February data here. Ctrl down arrow key, March data is here and we still have a blank row. So we need to modify this formula a little bit more. Instead of filtering the data based on first column now, I will simply write second column. And now simply hit enter. If I scroll down, each and everything is perfect now. Now we are going to test this formula. So I will right click on April sheet, make a duplicate copy, right click, I will delete each and everything from this sheet. Go to my Excel sheet, copy the my data. Ctrl C, click on A2, right click, paste as a value, define the name of sheet in the sheet name. If I click on combine plus sheet name and scroll a little bit to the bottom side, my data is also present. So this is how we can use this simple formula to combine the data from multiple tabs into one single tab. And now you can simply select all of the data, insert, pivot table, simply create, and whatever you want, you can analyze those results. I hope you liked this video and learned something useful from this video. I will share this Google Sheet with you. If you have any specific question, just write me comment. Thank you so much.